Hi everyone, meteorologist Ed Valley here taking a look at the long range for North America. And we're starting off here with precipitation over the last 30 days. And I tell you, this has been a theme over the last couple months. The eastern belt getting hit nicely with rain, storm track coming right on in. Some moisture recently in the Rockies and up into the prairies, but our friends in between continue to struggle. And it's not what anybody wants to hear, but it's the truth. A lot of the plains in central and western Midwest continue to really struggle with well below normal rainfall here over the last 30 days. And this goes back 90 days as well. So, very interesting um, situation ongoing here. And if we pull up here the 90 day, you can see it even more clearly. All of the plains, Iowa, parts of northern Illinois, Missouri, parts of Michigan and the Great Lakes as well. This is the part of the world we're worried about. And again, our friends in the east are doing fine. And even up north, we've seen okay moisture here over the last 90 days. Now, moving forward, I still don't see that changing too much, to be quite honest. However, root zone soil moisture, this is a week old. We'll get a new map tomorrow. But you see where that issue is starting to really arise. And again, this takes into account really everything. It takes into account incoming solar radiation, temperature, precip, everything. And the reason why things don't look that bad in Iowa and northern Illinois is because it's March. We don't have the strong sun and the hot temps to dry everything out. We just don't. However, you notice further west. That's where the real problems are, and I would expect this to get worse over the next month or so. Okay. So here's a look at the next, basically the next week of weather, and we're going to play this out. And this is going to go through about the 21st, 22nd of March. So this week is not a very busy week. We're going to have a system traverse the southern tier through the early part of this week. But towards the end of the week, we will get a bigger storm system in here Thursday night, and Friday. But the key, again, is this is not going to bring a lot of moisture to folks that need it. It's mostly going to stay south and east. And as we get into the weekend, we dry out once again. You look at the total precip through next Sunday. Here's what I mean. Not much. Dakotas, Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas. Good moisture to the south and east. Stop me if you've heard that before. So I think moving forward, it's going to be a tough go continuously here in the plains. Maybe we get something towards the 21st, 22nd. That would be a welcome relief. I do believe this pattern is going to get more active as we head towards the final week of March. But again, we need to see it happen before we get all excited. You look at the longer range pattern here just from a broader perspective, and we are going to get a trough moving into the west, and that's what's going to force that storm early next week around the 21st, 22nd. And you look at the total precip, again, through then, it's dry. It's really dry. But look at week 2. We are going to start picking up some moisture here as that storm track gets ingrained and a little bit more active. And that should come with a cool down as well. Looking at temperatures here during the 7 to 14 day, it's cooler, still warm, but not nearly as warm as the GFS ensemble. I believe we're in for at least a cooler pattern in the plains and parts of the Intermountain West because of the MJO. We're going to see at least some signs of phase 3, 4, 5 moving through the end of this month. And as we get into the phase 3 region, which would occur this coming weekend into that early next week time frame, it is a cooler look. However, we warm it right back up phase 4 and 5. Okay. So I think from a longer term perspective, this is still a warm pattern generally, but there is at least some risk for cooler at times, especially, through the end of this month. As we head into the last few days of March and into early April, my hunch is this does start to warm up again, with the coolest risk in the Northwest. But still, you look at the day 15 pattern, and it's not an overly warm one in the Northwest. You see that? There's troughing. So I do believe there's still some cool risk left in this pattern. But generally speaking, when you look at the next, let's say, 14 days of temperatures, here's the look. It is a warm, warm, warm pattern. Okay. And you look at precip. It's the same idea as what we've been dealing with. Drier in the plains. Again, we do have some risk in week 2. but it's wetter east, drier plains, and I really think that's going to linger here through the rest of this month and even into parts of April. So that's what we got coming. We'll be back on Wednesday with another video. If you have questions, just let us know.